Hey, everybody, happy Monday, and I hope you are having an amazing start to your week, and I hope you have a fantastic week all week long. I've got an exciting topic, something that I really love talking about. Today, I'm going to talk about how you can become an authority in your niche, no matter what it is. And I'm going to share with you some experience of what I've done to be successful in my niches. And here's one thing I do want to say. I am using Restream and Ecamm Live to produce this live stream. So if you see this awesome overlay that I'm using right here and the countdown timer in the beginning, our company created those so that I could look amazing. And we're going to have some similar over on the Let's Get Live website launching this week. So if overlays is something that you need, check out Let's Get Live. Sign up for their email list. We got some awesome stuff coming down the pike. It's official. I have too many companies. I'm too much of a damn entrepreneur, and live streaming to all the places because here on YouTube, I don't have that much of an audience yet. I just started this Digital Buddha YouTube channel. So when I go here by myself on Mondays, I find that I talk to myself quite a bit, which is okay. I don't mind talking to myself, but it gets lonely. So I wanted to put it out to my personal Facebook page, put it out to Divi Space and Aspen Grove Studios as well. And guess what? I forgot to put it out on the Digital Buddha's Facebook page. So next week, there's always a next week. I want to say hi to a couple of people who are joining. Carmen. Hi, Carmen. Thanks for joining me. And, looks like either Dana or Tim is in the house. I'm going to go with Dana. Fly fishing Bow River. If you're ever in Canada and you want to go fly fishing, you need to go hook up with Dana and Tim and let them take you on a guided fly fishing trip. I know I plan on doing it. I get my second COVID shot here in a little less than a month, and I think hopefully that opens up a lot of doors for travel and stuff. So super excited. Some of the things that I want to talk about today is I'm going to cover how I used social media, email marketing, and education and events to become an authority in a highly competitive niche. Becoming the go-to expert on a topic you're passionate about is both a powerful marketing tool and an incredible way to give back to the communities that you participate in. Dana knows what I'm talking about because he and Tim do it on a weekly basis. I watch them do it with their fly fishing, Thursday night lives and stuff, and they really do put out some awesome stuff, and it's really a blast to watch. I've never fly fished in my life, and I'm tuning in just about every week because it's really great entertainment and it's helpful. So, but I will be a fly fisherman. I've been watching a lot of fishing lately. Dana, I just want you to say that. My YouTube history is filled with fishing videos the past week or so. Hey, Scott, thanks for joining us. Thanks for jumping in. It's good to see you here as well. And Mr. Riley, James Riley, down in Los Angeles, my good friend. He is a special needs educator, and he's freaking awesome. If you hadn't checked out his YouTube channel, go check out Mr. Riley's World, and yeah, it's kind of awesome. So one thing that I'm going to talk about is how you can use your knowledge to establish a trusted brand, generate leads, and grow your reach. Those are some of the things that I want to talk about, and I want to just share kind of my experience with what I did and how I did it and stuff. So, I guess the first question, get Mr. Riley over on the YouTube. That's right. The first question that I'm going to kind of pose and throw out here that I want to talk about is which platforms should you use? Which platforms should you become an authority at? So here's how I break things down. Okay, I break things down algorithmically. Search engines are really important, and you can have the best content in the world, but if you can't get found on any of the search engines, guess what? You're not really going to be going anywhere. So when you think about becoming an authority, you need to be thinking strategically about how you're going to attack and win on the search engines. Google, number one search engine in the world, most important. I'm going to talk a lot about that because that's the primary place where me and my company are, authorities. You can Google my name, David Blackman, WordPress. I'm going to be out all over the place. You can look at my companies, anything having to do with the Divi theme and WordPress. We're pretty much page one, just about all, anything you can search for. What does that mean? It means a couple of things. It means it's great for my company because I get a lot of organic traffic that comes to my website. But how does that apply in regards to an authority? Well, Google obviously sees me and my company as an authority in the WordPress space. So when we produce content, because we are an authority, our content gets pushed a lot of times to page one of Google, and that's huge because we get a lot of new visitors to our website on a consistent basis. Now, I didn't figure all this stuff out until, hindsight's 2020. I'd like to tell you that I'm a genius. I'm a fantastic online marketer and stuff. And the truth is I am pretty good, but I didn't set out intentionally to achieve these things. I actually just did them intuitively because I wanted to help people. So as I learned things, I shared them. And for me, sharing them was on the Google side of things. Now I'm coming to YouTube and I'm going to start sharing my knowledge here. So hopefully I can become an authority on the YouTube search engine as well, because this is a new realm for me and stuff. And it's one that I'm excited to be in and one that I'm excited to document the journey, what that's going to be like, and share my knowledge as I go and stuff as well. I want to say hey to Kevin. Kevin, I saw you just subscribed to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate it, my friend. And thanks for joining me on my live stream today. Josh, if y'all don't know Josh is one of the most talented, awesome human beings on planet Earth. He just happens to be the chief marketing officer for my companies, and he's freaking awesome. He helps me set up all this stuff, choose these topics, sound so amazing, and look good too. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for tuning in. Michelle must be at work. She must have the secret, CIA, FBI type kind of earwigs in there where she can listen into the live stream while we're going. I appreciate you coming and saying hi. So where were we? Yeah. So which platform should you use to become an authority if you're new? Well, the answer is pretty simple. Whichever platform you produce content on the easiest is going to be my answer to you. Your long-term goal, secret AirPod in here. That's right, Kevin. That's right. She has the secret AirPod in there. You may too. If you are, I appreciate it as well. Hey, Sammy, thanks for dropping by, my friend. Hadn't seen you in a minute and miss chatting with you and stuff. So, yeah, thanks for coming and supporting the channel. Anyways, so my answer to you is whichever platform you are most comfortable on and that you are going to produce the most consistent, valuable content on. So if you're a video creator, like here on YouTube, then go to YouTube first. If you are a writer and you like to write things, blogging is your thing. That's where you're going to want to start, and you're going to want to do it on the Google side of things. If social media is your thing, your jam, and you do shorts, quick, valuable short topics that you can put out to Instagram and TikTok and Facebook, all of the social media platforms, then become there. I'm going to tell you that your long-term goal should be always to become an authority on search engine number 1 and search engine number 2, which is YouTube. So google.com and youtube.com, and what do you need to do to become authorities on those platforms, well, you need to produce content. Hey, Rob. Hi, Keely. Man, getting a full house today. Thanks for jumping in, Rob. Thanks for saying hi. And Keely is here as well. I've got like this global community of awesomeness that kind of surrounds me and stuff all the time, and it's kind of fantastic. So, anywho, let's jump back to kind of what I was talking about. And look, if you're in the comments and you're watching this live and you have some questions about becoming an authority in your niche and you're struggling, you want to know, fire away. I'll answer them while I'm here and stuff. And if you're watching this on the replay, leave a comment in the comments. Hit replay, ask your questions. I'll come back and answer every single one of them personally and stuff. So it matters to me that you're here, first of all, that you've taken the time to watch my content and stuff. I'm definitely going to come back and answer your questions. So, anywho, what did I do, to become an authority in WordPress on Google, #1 search engine in the world? So about 7 years ago, as I was learning WordPress and becoming, I didn't set out to become an authority in WordPress. I was a very new person, much like I am here on YouTube. I call myself a newtuber. I'm a newtuber. All these people in the audience are YouTubers. I'm a newtuber. They have like really strong followings and have been doing video content for a while, and I'm just getting started. So call myself a newtuber. I was a new Google person, 7 years ago as well, and I was learning this platform called WordPress, and I was very passionate about it. I loved it. It sparked a creativity inside of me that I had never experienced before, and I just really, really enjoyed it. Now, one thing that I did back then was I literally lived on YouTube in the beginning. It's funny that I lived on YouTube, but I became an authority on Google and not YouTube. And I didn't share my knowledge on YouTube. And I think the reason why is the very first question that I asked: which platform should you use? I was not set up to produce video content. I wasn't a video editor, and it seemed like it was overwhelming to me. So it was easy to write down what I was learning, and that's what I did. As I would learn something in WordPress, I decided that if it was valuable to me, it might be valuable to someone else. And I just started writing blog posts, one blog post a week, sharing knowledge of what we were learning in my company. And I would share it with, at that time, no one. I want to say the world, but, in reality, it was the world didn't know I existed. However, the search engines were there, and their spiders were crawling my website, AspenGroveStudios.com, at the time, and they were crawling that website. And every week when I'd put out a blog post related to WordPress, tutorial-based, very helpful and valuable, it started to understand that this information that I was putting out was very valuable to their search audience. So basically, when someone puts a search into a search engine, they put their query in there. A search engine's job is to return the most valuable, relevant content to that searcher. So what was happening was Google is smart enough, and their robots and their AI is smart enough to know valuable content from invaluable content. Invaluable? Unvaluable? Y'all let me know in the comments which word it is. They know which one is valuable, basically. So they started to see my content as valuable in the WordPress space because I was educating people and I was sharing my knowledge. So what was happening, unbeknownst to me, was that Google started to see me as an authority, and it started to share my content. I equate it to the short shelf right now, on YouTube. It's a new thing. It's hot. Shorts, 60 seconds or less, and then you can get put up on the short shelf and get a ton of traffic to your YouTube channel all of a sudden because of this valuable piece of content that's like a minute or less. And that was happening to me and my company on the Google side of things. And again, I didn't know it, and I didn't intentionally set out to do this. I learned these things on the backside, which I think a lot of times is pretty valuable and stuff. Infamous. Yeah, infamous is, but I said valuable, Josh. Valuable or invaluable. Oh, that I see where you're going. You're going with the mindset of infamous is more than famous, so invaluable would be more than valuable. That's a good point. We're going with unvaluable or not valuable. Let's say hey to the audience. We've got some people chatting up in here. Everybody saying hi to each other. And Kevin, anytime you want to have a chat or you need some help, I'd be glad to help any way I can, my friend. Just ping me on Facebook or, hit me up, send me an email or something. And, yeah, I'll be glad to help. Michelle says, fly fishing, Bull River, living the dream, fam. Living the dream. They're all catching up and stuff. Keely says she's still a YouTuber too. She has 100x more followers on other platforms. This is a whole different ball of wax. I'm the same way, Keely. I mean, I have pretty well known in the WordPress space. And, definitely very Googleable. But on the YouTube, in the YouTube world, I don't even hardly exist, I don't think, sometimes. So, which, you know what? I don't really do this for fame, I really do it to try to help people. And I realize that the more valuable content that I put out, like today, the more that YouTube's algorithms are probably going to pick it up. People are going to start following it, and then it'll happen whenever it's supposed to happen. And honestly, if I help one person, I'm happy. So we good. So back to becoming an authority in your niche. So one thing that I want to say is that Josh, I'm going to sound awesome saying this, but I've got to give credit where credit's due. Josh wrote something down that is so relevant to this topic right now. And if I just said it out loud, everybody'd think I'm a dadgum genius. And truthfully, Josh is the genius that came up with this. So, that you have the phrase content is king. And Josh told me today, we were talking about this topic and stuff. He said, well, if content's king, consistency is the queen. And behind every good man is a stronger woman. And I completely agree. Content is king. I will tell you that content's king on Google. Content's king on YouTube. Content is king on all the social platforms as well. Consistency is the queen. You have to be consistent. Just putting out a piece of content once every 6 months is not going to get you established as an authority in your niche. You need to be very consistent with your content. On the Google side of things, and I believe on the YouTube side of things too, I'm testing it out, or I'm going to test it out. With the more content that you can put out, the better you're going to be. And it has nothing to do with the, the amount of content, so to speak. It's not like the content has to be very valuable. Question. All right. Couldn't say it any better, and need to do both to get discovered. That's right, Kevin. Content's king and consistency is a queen. Josh, we need to brand that somewhere. We need to trademark that saying. I have been online ever since online came into existence. Very deep entrenched online. That is the first time I have ever heard content is king, consistency is queen. You're not stealing it, Michelle. Trademark it, quick. Hey, Nick, how's it going, my friend? Man, I miss you guys. I absolutely miss the RVing community. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm hoping to do some more RVing this year. Hopefully COVID and everything opens up and stuff. So let's see here. Keely says she's got a question. Have you consciously changed what you're presenting knowledge-wise on YouTube as a different platform? That's a very good question, Keely. Let me see how I can answer this. I haven't I'm not changing the type of content because I do want to seek out, and my audience is still going to be WordPress based, people who need help with WordPress or basically online marketing, e-commerce. So I've been pretty successful with growing two e-commerce businesses on the Google side of things, which has worked out really, really well. And I want to help people, educate them on how to do that with WordPress and e-commerce on YouTube as well. So my content's going to be very similar to what I'm doing on the Google side. In fact, everything that I do here on the YouTube side, I'm doing on the Google side as well in the form of blog posts, and I'm going to marry them because number one and number two search engines love it when they're married together, when their content flows together and stuff. So I wouldn't say that I've consciously changed what I'm presenting knowledge-wise. I think the format is a little bit different. So some things I'm going to do pre-recorded because they're better pieces of content pre-recorded versus live stream. Some things I'm going to want to do live stream. And this is how I'm looking at it, and I'm an uneducated YouTuber. So at least this is my theory. So there are some metrics on YouTube that matter to YouTube, especially if you, they also matter to content creators on YouTube. So you need to get, in order to get monetized on YouTube, which I don't really care about. I mean, if the channel blows up into the millions, yeah, great, fantastic. It's not my goal. But most content creators on YouTube want to get monetized. They have to get 1,000 subscribers, and they need to get 4,000 watch hours. So I have a podcast that I've been doing for the last 4 years, a daily podcast, which lasts about, I guess, anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. And it's very valuable. Hey, here, go do A, B, and C, and you're going to get this result with your website or marketing or whatever it is the topic for that day. Well, I realized that in order to get to the watch hours that I want, and it would take a gazillion years in that format. So what I'm realizing is that how do I consume content? I watch the vloggers out there that are, producing entertaining type kind of content. So like I love watching RV, anything to do with RVs, anything to do with traveling, anything to do with outdoors, hiking, fishing, sustainability, living off grid, solar, that kind of stuff. And a lot of that stuff is entertainment, and that's longer form content on YouTube. So I'll watch a 20-minute video because I like the people that I'm watching. So I feel like that type of content is really important if you're a new YouTuber. I'm trying to figure out how I can weave in some type of engaging content that's going to get me to my 4,000 watch hours so that I can unlock some of these fabulous things in the YouTube world. Yeah, look, Rob talks about he loves RV reviews, walkthroughs. I am the same way, Rob. I will go down the rabbit hole and I will spend hours just watching all of these walkthroughs on people's rigs and stuff, and it's fun to me. It's what I enjoy and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna have to scroll back up here because so I don't lose my place. Doc taught me that little tip and stuff. So let's see here, and I am going to star a couple of comments because I don't really normally do that, but I can see where the chat gets going when you're by yourself over here. You got to kind of manage it and stuff. So Keely, back to kind of finalizing it. It's not changing, but I am trying some things. I'm trying shorts, pre-recorded content, and live streams. And my thinking is that the live streams are going to be where I'll hopefully get some watch hours. So like we've been live now for 26 minutes. We've roughly got 10 people in here. I don't even know how many people I've got in here, honestly. It says 15. So we got 15 people in here. If 15 people have been watching for 26 minutes, then I'm getting some watch time. And hopefully you're learning something as well. So that's kind of my strategy, but the content won't change. The content's going to be still relevant to WordPress, and WooCommerce and e-commerce, type kind of stuff. Where I will change up the content some versus the Google side of things is I'm going to try to do some things that are somewhat engaging and entertaining so that I can get eyeballs on the content and stuff, because I've got some really good friends in the RV industry, in the travel industry that have millions of subscribers, and I've talked to them. What's the most important thing that I need to be focusing on and stuff? And they share with me what their goals with YouTube and videos are to trigger certain algorithms in YouTube that really get their videos discovered and stuff. I'm nowhere near there yet, so I'm not worrying about it. I'm just trying to get to the point, build up my audience and stuff on YouTube. So let's see here. Kevin asked a question. He says, when marrying the two, is it good to embed YouTube into the blog post? Absolutely. We're going to, matter of fact, if you go to letsget.live, you will see every single one of our YouTube videos embedded into not only the website, because we want people to come to our website. You should always be driving your traffic to your website, but we're also producing corresponding blog posts with the content that we're producing, and we'll embed that YouTube video as well. So that's a really good question, Kevin, and stuff. Mr. Riley says, make your podcast longer. You have the Shure SM7B. That's for people who may be watching this that don't know, that's this microphone here, and I absolutely love it because it makes me sound really buttery and smooth and really, really good. So Josh, he absolutely agrees. This is a hard yes in his opinion, especially if you can use the post to share more technical info. And Josh is a wizard. He runs all of our content on Aspen Grove Studios and DiviSpace. So Rob, Josh will also answer some stuff in here. Keeley says, I have a ridiculous crush on my tiny home reviews. Look, I am all about the tiny home, sustainability, location independence, 150%. Look, I don't know how many people know this and don't know this, but in 2015, I sold 2 homes, bought an RV, and started traveling full time because I could work from anywhere. Life is short. Why the hell not? So, working from a mountain for a month, stepping out of my RV into this most beautiful places in America and Canada, and well, I should say North America, was just incredible. If I wanted to be on a beach, I could be on a beach. If I wanted to be in the mountains, I could be on the mountains. If I wanted to visit family and hang out with them and work close to them, I could do that. So, and I don't see that getting any less. I see it getting more. More people are going to be doing it and stuff. So, oh man, they got this whole, you got me going down the tiny home RV rabbit hole I've been missing. Yeah, I consider them all one and the same and stuff. So Josh says that video and audio is not great for things you need to copy and paste. Written is really powerful for that kind of in-depth content. Marry the two, and it's really valuable. Thanks, Josh, for jumping in here. So Rob says, I've realized I'm going to need to outsource some of the Divi work. So hit me up to discuss. I need to get the initial post template set up and I have a billion other things to do. Absolutely, Rob. If we can help in any way, I'd be glad to help you, my friend. Nick is in the RV community and stuff. So that's so I am preaching it. She's packing right now. Let's go. Hey, look, how awesome is that? And then you get to connect and meet with all your friends, and hang out and work with them and stuff, and then have a drink or a cocktail or eat dinner. And, it's pretty amazing and stuff. So I want to not derail from the topic that I was talking about too much, but so I'm going to kind of pivot back. And if you guys have questions, please feel free to answer them, throw them in the comments and I will answer them and stuff. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try and move my comment screen over here to my teleprompter and see if that's a good way to do it. Oh, wow. This is awesome. let's see here. All right. Okay. So what platform should you do this to? Should you use? Obviously, the one that you're producing content on, the most consistent and the most valuable content. Go there. I am going to tell you, blogging is important. As much as people really don't want to do it and they think that blogging is so 2008, I'm telling you right now, written content is still king. It's not even close on the Google side versus the YouTube side of just about any topic, keyword related. I don't care what it is, the search volume is going to be massively larger on Google than it will on YouTube. Maybe one day that changes. These things are insanely powerful. Everybody's got them in their hand, and most people are consuming video content in the form of TikTok videos, Instagram, YouTube. So video content is becoming more and more and more the norm over the written content, but the written content is still insanely valuable and stuff. So, excuse me. So what are some of the tools that I used to grow my audience and stuff? So, obviously we're a Divi company. We're the number one Divi company in the world. We produce Divi plugins and themes for WordPress and focused on the Divi theme. I was a part of starting the very first Divi Facebook group back in 2014, which now has like 65,000 members. It's really kind of insane to see how that community has like grown and evolved over the years, and how it's changed based on the world and how things have changed online and stuff. So, Facebook was absolutely, the Facebook groups was one of the things that we used to help grow our audience. Another one was email marketing. Email marketing is still king. I don't care who you are. If you write blog posts, produce good, valuable video content, establish yourself as an authority with the search engines, and you incorporate an email marketing strategy, especially user acquisition, to where you can get people's email, it is insanely powerful. I mean, it is super powerful, way more so than ads. And you're building the foundation of your business a lot, more stable and better than it will ever be, from an ad base. It doesn't mean that you can't go out and buy Google ads and YouTube ads and Facebook ads and all of that stuff and earn money and stuff. You can. I've got friends that are doing it that have 7-figure businesses that is based around that model. We have the same exact businesses. I went the organic, authoritative route. They went the paid route, and guess what? They're still paying. Our business is growing, and it's been on the organic side, and it's been just insanely valuable for us and stuff. So MailChimp, GetResponse, any of the email marketing platforms, tools, use them. Figure out what you can do to acquire users' emails, which is share some valuable content with them. Share your knowledge. Don't be afraid to give things away for free. It's going to help you in the long run, big time. I'm going to look at comments here. So in the Disney community, Rob says the Disney community, they still read a lot. Rob, I'm going to tell you right now, all communities, they read a lot. Every single one of my friends, they go grab a good book, and they'll still sit down and read and stuff because that's what they enjoy and stuff. So I totally agree. Kevin also says you control all of those users instead of the algorithm of whatever other platform when you are the blog. That's right. Absolutely. And email marketing takes that a step further even, Kevin. So the tools that we've used have been Facebook, social media, mainly in the form of Facebook groups, because you have 100% they get 100% of your messages in the Facebook groups, whereas anywhere else on Facebook, they don't. You have to pay to play on Facebook, which is not a bad thing, but you would think that your company pages, if someone comes to it, likes it, subscribes to it, that they want to see your content. Well, unfortunately, Facebook wants you to pay them to let your fans see your stuff. So get them on your email list. That way you can control the flow of information that goes to them and stuff. Now, that's kind of just some of the things that I wanted to talk about and stuff. You just really need to put out consistent, valuable content to, just start producing it. And I'll kind of share quickly, like I said, 7 years ago, I just started sharing blog posts. And what happened after, I want to say probably about 12 months of doing that, I started to notice that we started to just get a tremendous amount of traffic to our websites. And I was like, what the heck is this coming from? Because we weren't buying ads. I'm going to be transparent. In the 7 years that I've had this, well, now almost 8 years, WordPress business, I've only spent $5,000 in ads, and all of my money that I've spent has gone into content production, mainly in the form of blog posts, and it's paid off massively for us, because anytime we write a blog post now, we typically go to page one pretty quickly within a day or so on Google, and that's huge. Our sites are ranked pretty high. When you think about it, there's billions of websites in the world, and of all the billions of websites in the world, AspenGroveStudios.com and Divi.space sit somewhere in the neighborhood of 30,000th, in the world, and that's pretty huge. And what that means is you just get a lot of organic traffic, because Google and the search engines are constantly presenting your content to people out there who are searching for solutions in your niche, WordPress-wise. So I hope this helps. I'm going to go home and see if I can trademark content is king, consistency is queen. I'm not really going to do that. I do appreciate the people who stopped by and engaged in the live stream, and I hope it was valuable. I hope it helped you. I hope if you have questions outside of this, or you're struggling and you're not really sure what you need to do and stuff, hit me up. Feel free to ping me. I'm more than willing and happy to help and share my knowledge if I can help you in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So I hope everybody has a fantastic week, and I hope you go and just kick some butt this week, because I'm going to go try to kick some butt and, do what we do, y'all. So I'm out of here. That is it. I need some water, because my voice is, talking for 40 minutes straight, even for an extrovert talker, is kind of gets tough. So guess what? We going out the same way we came in, with a little music. Thank you, Scott. You have a great evening as well, my friend. I really, really appreciate you stopping by and supporting every week. So here we go. We're out of here. Peace, everybody. Have a great week, and I hope you get everything you're looking for this week. Thanks, Keely. Thanks. Keep being tough on me. Be tough.
Just the touch of your hand makes me tremble within.
Peace out, everybody.
The smell of your hair lying here in my bed. Never gonna be alone, 'cause with you I'm finally coming home. I wanna be with you always, 'cause that is what my heart says. That's what my heart says. I wanna be with you always.
You're welcome, Stephen.
You are my world and